Okay, welcome once again to Creative Believers Free Tutorials. I want to encourage anyone who is interested in learning graphic design to take it very seriously. This thing pays, right? Okay, so in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to simply design this simple flyer here. Okay, so to start with our design, first of all, you need to have your elements. Okay, the pictures that you are going to use, I think I have everything here. Nescafee, I have all the elements over here, right? These are the JPEG files. JPEG means, a picture or an image, and these are PNG files. PNG files are pictures without background. All right, so the next thing I will do is to jump into Photoshop, create a new file. Okay, and then you choose your preferred size, so I rename it Nescafee. Okay, and then I'll choose, we are doing this thing basically for social media post, so 5,000 pixel by 5,000 pixel. The resolution remains 300 pixel per inches. Okay, and then color mode, make sure it is RGB. CMYK, is for printing and stuff. So the background color is white. Then after you have renamed your file, given your file name and then the preferred size, height and width, you create your project. Now you have your artboard over here, right? Now the first thing I will do is to start to import my element. So I can go to open. Now anytime you are doing or you are designing in Photoshop or any other software, you have to be smart to look into the shortcut as well. So here we have Control O to open a file. The shortcut is Control plus O, so Control O if I want, and then I'll go to my desktop, right? Tutorials, Nescafee, and then I'll bring in this guy. Are we together? Yeah. So I'll convert it to a smart object, right? So that when I double click over here, it will open a new window for me like this. So I don't need all this. So I'll close it and I'll make sure I click. You use the move tool now, drag and then bring it here, drop it all over here, right? And I can use the same move to scale it up. Okay, all right, just scale your move tool like this. I think this is quite okay. All right, so the next thing I will do is to create a background that connects with the colors of the product. Now you need to understand that this product that we are designing, we want it catchy. We want people to buy the product. So in designing your in creating your design, you need to make sure they are simple but at the same time communicate. All right, so I will create a new layer, come here over here, create a new layer, rename it background. Okay, and then I come to this color picker here. Okay, when I'm here and I move to this side, it picks a color for me. So I click OK, and then I go to the move to the paint bucket to make sure the shortcut is G, right? Letter G, and then I click on it. On the paint, on this layer, I drop the color that is at the top. Okay, like this. This is what I have. Now I want it a bit darker, so I click here, and then instead of going up, I'll go a bit darker. You see the area here, see the difference. So this is what something like this is what I prefer. Hit OK, and then I drop again, and then it will be a bit darker. Now I would have to, when you look critically at this design, let me zoom in. Let me use the zoom tool, zoom out, come here, and then you zoom out beautifully. Now when you look at this design here, you can see the background, you can see the effect on the background. Okay, it's quite lighter, right? It's quite lighter, so let's try and create that effect. So I'll create a new layer, sorry, and I'll all right, light red, click right, light red, come over here, click on the same red, but this time around we'll have to move upwards, change over here the colors here, right? Okay, a bit light. So now the next thing I'll do is that instead of the paint bucket, I'll choose a brush here. I'll increase the size like this, okay, or you can also use the bracket on the keyboard, left and right. Okay, so I'll use it. I'll make sure I select the brush tool and then I click somewhere here. Okay, so you can see the effects already happening. I'll click again, I'll click 3 times, 4 times, and then I'm quite 5 is okay. So I'll create another layer. This time around I'll click here, go a little bit upward to this kind of yellow, and then reduce the size for this, right click, and then reduce the size of the brush. Okay, this is okay. So I have this over here, and then I have this kind of effect, right? Okay, so let me click on this and then scale up, scale this thing like this. So I want to add a bit of white, so let me reduce the size for this, a little bit of white, right? Create a new layer, a little bit of white, yeah, this is okay. Reduce the size, right click on the brush, and then this is fine. Okay, this is fine. So the next thing I will do is to increase the size of our product nicely. All right, okay, so I'll go back to our folder and then bring in this. You know that these are already cropped files, yeah, you don't have the background, so I'll drop over here. Now if you don't know how to crop the images, you can check out our beginners tutorial, DM me so that I take you to the beginners tutorial. It's very, very important. So I will rotate this a little bit upward, okay, to let's say 15 to 13 degrees. I can reduce it if I want, right? And then I validate here, or you press enter on your keyboard to accept whatever you have done. So let's play around with the rotation of this one. All right, so the next thing I will do is that I'll bring in these leaves and then this seed, right? Okay, so the first seed is the one that we'll put on the floor just below